That is kind of loud. Sorry about that. Well, welcome back, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you are. Um, my name is Christina, and we are back. Yes, we are back. And today's subject, I know I go about, my videos become long. I'm trying to make it shorter, but I can help it. I like to talk. I'm going to close this curtain behind me so it can be a little better. That's better. How's everybody doing? Look at it, look at it. You know I love so. Oh, I got something special for y'all. But after I talk about this, um, that this subject is to let it go. Let it go. We gotta let it go. We gotta forgive and let it go. First thing, just fur everywhere. It's a cat sitting on my lap. If you see him, don't mind him. Um, First thing, we have to learn to let anything go. We are, especially my generation. I'm 37. We are getting older. For the younger generation, if you're in your early 20s or in your teens, we have to, and I know this is still your growing stage, your growing development, but you're still mature enough to understand from right from wrong and what's good and what's not consciously. Maybe some of us haven't evolved all the way there, but you will get there. And then you'll make your decisions depending on the decision if they're a good path or a bad path or not the right path. But every path is a lesson, good or bad. We have to just take it. But anyway, we have to learn to let it go. And what I mean by let it go, if you're holding a grudge against somebody, let's say anybody, it could be a friend, a relationship, coworker, anybody, neighbor, we just have to let it go. A stranger, um, people have grudges against animals. We gotta let it go. Um, we have to take accountability, right? First thing, and then we have to look within ourselves. Look in the mirror and look within ourselves, and we have to come to terms, because the only way that you're going to, because most of the time when you hold grudges, the other person doesn't know that you're holding a grudge, and you're really suffering within yourself. You're having your soul suffer for whatever reason, and whatever your reason is, we have to learn now to let it go for us to move on. And for to move on, and this goes on to my last video of validations, we can't look for it. We can't look for advice for letting it go a grudge. You think I should forget? Yes. Don't ask nobody about, if you're gonna ask. Go to here. But I don't want to get too much in depth here, but you go to here. You go to here first. The devil don't like that. Kind of took me right here. But we have to let it go. The only way for us to manifest, to grow, to be our higher selves, to be um to to really like grow. I'm trying to look for another word. My vocabulary isn't that well, but I'm trying. And we have to just forgive we have to take it deep down. Even if you come to God and just ask forgiveness, or if you go, don't even have to go to the person to forgive the person. You know, you can. And here's a lot of things. There's some cases, like not too long ago. I think this was back in 2021. I think the gunman went into their house, killed their son, or he was wrongfully killed by the cop or somebody. I think it was the cop, and the family in court forgave the gunman for taking their loved one. And me not knowing the word of God, or not knowing, I was very angry with the family. Like, why would you forgive somebody so quickly? But now I understand, and that hasn't happened. That it's not the first time it has happened, but we have to understand, like, they took the forgiveness right away for them to heal. We can't hold this grudge, even if they took a loved one, even if you somebody physically took advantage of you physically, and I don't want to say the word because it's a lot of trigger warnings, but when I say physically take advantage of you, can you, no one told you to touch that. Sorry, the cat. See, guys, this is Mac Mittens. All right, all right, you can go back over here, and he's sitting on my lap. I got fur, so you see me touch. All right, see me touching my face. All right, all right. And we have to forgive, and that's, when I forgave my neighbor, we're not going to get into why, but when I forgave my neighbor, when I forgave my friend, not my friend anymore, but I love him from afar, and I forgave everything. Why? And we have to learn to let it go, because but once I forgave, especially my more former friend, because we've been friends for so long, 20 years, I was hurt because the way the person came at me, I thought it was unnecessary, and they just they was just angry, and I thought it was me, but I learned that they're really angry at themselves, you know, and they're in their own battle, and that's something that they have to work with within themselves. I can't help that with that. So after I understood that, like we said, we're at a battle of the spirit, not of the flesh. So under after understanding that, um, I was like, all right, um, God don't want me around you, because those type of people bring your vibration low. They're low vibrational. They're going to continue to be on low vibrational until they work on themselves to learn to forgive and to forget, to to stop whatever negative stuff that they're doing, and this is with anybody, not just with that particular person. This is with anybody. So, and we have to take it upon ourselves. And I know when I was depressed or whatever, I blamed myself, that it was a burden and everything. And maybe I was bringing such negative energy around and not knowing it. I apologize to those who I was around at the time, and because I was in my darkness for like over 11 years, maybe longer. But I apologize. That wasn't me, and I wanted out. But I'm glad I'm out. I am happier than ever, even on my bad days. Like I said, my days are not going to be perfect every day, but I have built a relationship with, with the Lord of Jesus Christ, our Almighty, and um, that's who I go to now. I don't go to anybody else, because not anybody else is really on the level that I want them to be on. I like want them, but they're just not there yet. Um, so you have to really look about your circle as well. Look within your circle. Um, I know I'm jumping all over the place, but I'm really talking about forgiveness. And when I forgave, and it's funny how God works. So when He separated us, I felt this spiritual lift, like a woosah came off of me. And then after that, I was able to heal after that. And after that, I forgave them. And then all I do is just pray for them. I pray for them every night. And that's how you love somebody from afar. I don't want no parts of it. And I learned that they really weren't being very supportive as I thought they were. And yeah, because I try to do things, I try to be, if you're the positive person in your friend circle and everybody's negative, like, say you know, one's going to church but goes back and talks about Pamela. Like, what is that? Like, why are we talking about Pamela? There is two people here. There's just me and you. Pamela's not here. We should not be talking about Pamela. You need to keep Pamela out your mouth. I'm not saying Pamela's not an actual person. I'm just using Pamela as an example. And that's what I'm saying. If you go to church, and that's what's being lukewarm. And if you're praying and your prayers are not being answered, that's why. Okay? If you're married, right? And you're not happy in your relationship, so you're going to do you, we got to, and you're praying about having a better marriage, but you're doing you, and your prayers are not being answered, that's why. That's why. Okay? So we really got to ourselves. We need to know what's best for ourselves. My peace is everything. Okay? If you like to be in drama, that is all you. Congratulate. I don't know how y'all do it. Some of y'all like to be in drama, some of y'all like it. I personally do not. But if you are like drama but continue to pray that you believe in the Lord, our Lord and Savior, and your prayers are not being answered, the only person you have to be angry is yourself. Now, say that you turned your life around and all this stuff. You can repent and forgive yourself. Forgive yourself because you are no longer that person. And if God sees that you're really trying to do, He will bless you. And the way He's going to bless you is to give you the eyes of the truth. And I believe that's how it works first. It gives you the eyes of the truth. You went through all your trials. You know, you did everything. You fell, you got back up. You fell, you got back up, but you learned, right? And then you start to be humble. Then you start to be more forgiving. And then you start to wear your heart on your sleeve. Then you start to give. I was always a caring person. I always liked to give, all right, and never look within something to receive. Um, I started to learn myself like that, but also in my darkness. I didn't see it as that, but a lot of people took my kindness for weakness, which it probably was. Um, Whatever it probably was, but I didn't at the time. I didn't understand why my heart the way it was. Why did I care so much? Why did I have feelings? Like we all have these. When I was in my dark moods, those are I was like, why do I care? Right, 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 right. Why do I care? Why do I care so much about something that nobody cares about? Why do I care if this person's okay if they don't care if I'm okay? Why do I care, you know, if their children's eating? All I want, like, especially they give me a sad story. They give me a sad story, especially when they involve children. That's my weak spot. If it's about children, I love the kids, and and I like to feed. I like to feed people. That's probably the Hispanic in me. Okay, I'm Cuban and Jamaican here, and I like to feed people, but um, they just, and I was just like, wow, you really sat here and used me, and I feel some type of way. And there's some, you know, they mean well. I help them, but you know, and you know, I don't act like if. And a lot of people owe me money, but I'm not the type of person. But like, listen, I'm not gonna be blowing up your phone. Okay, I'm not going to be. You know, you owe me money. You know, you owe me money, right? I'm not gonna be here begging you to that I will take that L. I will take it. But I will know from next time. You know what I mean? That's how I always went about things, even with through my darker days. And a lot of people owe me money, but it's all right though. I'm okay though. I'm okay. We are good. We are good. And so we just gotta let it go. Just let it go. We have to take it. Cause is it worth? Is it worth? Is it worth it? We gotta ask ourselves: is it worth being so angry all the time? Is it worth going to bed angry all the time? Is it worth stressing and having anxiety attack, worrying about it all the time? Is it worth complaining about it all the time? I was a complaint. I was that person. I was that person. I am not that person anymore. I am still learning myself, and I'm still 2 months in. What is the 7th? I woke up on the 4th of June, or my rebirth, whatever you want to call it, and it's the 7th of August now. So it's been about 2 months and 3 days. Sorry, I have to look at the calendar. I am shuffling around. So I collect these. I have yoga teas or whatever, and they come with positive message. I know I jump all over the place. I meant to make this video very short. I'm going to be doing another video. That's about Sailor Moon. Sorry. But in this journey, wait, before I get to this. So last night, I know, we're last night I had a nightmare dream. So ever since I've been on this, trying to be on this righteous path as much as possible. Like I said, I did pocket prayers. I did all 40 of them, and I was doing them on TikTok. On my TikTok, I got some pretty positive response. Not too many people engaging in the comments, but the likes, yes. And I really appreciate that. That makes me feel so wonderful, because I started my TikTok not being a believer, right? If you go to my TikTok, you can see I was trying to be a streamer, a gamer, and all this stuff. Like, I was always into games and stuff. Like, check out my drip. The Sailor Moon with on the throne, like, it's like Sailor Moon and Game of Thrones collab. But anyway, getting sidetracked. So there was only 40 pocket prayers in here, and I was doing it twice a day. So once in the morning, once in the evening. And there were some days that I couldn't really get to it, but for the most part, I kept it really consistent, and I think I did. Proud of my back for that. I did really well. So. And my aunt sent me this. I think she's sending me another one, so we're gonna get back on that. Different ones. But anyway, so about my dream, there's 2 of them. I don't know if I said anything of one of them, but anyway, if I didn't, we're gonna say it again. So my first dream is about, I was in a car, right? Max, what are you doing right now? Because I'm trying to. Sorry, the cat. I was in my car. We're driving, so I was in the passenger side, right? My youngest is in the back seat, in the car seat, and my mother's in the in the back seat with my daughter, right? And we're just driving on the road, and all of a sudden, that's fur. All of a sudden, no, I didn't call you over here. Max, how can I help you? Don't call me. I'm sorry. Over here being. It's my husband's cat, not even my cat. Where's your owner at? Well, anyway, so I guess you're in the video. All right, thank you. All right. So I was in a car, and I was driving in the car. The car was driving, and all of a sudden, we're just jamming. I guess the music was on, and we're just chilling. Nothing really is going on until, boom, the car crash. Right, car crash. The car crashed into another car in front of us, and that car crashed into a pole or something. This dream happened like 2 weeks ago or something, like, or 2.5 weeks ago, and I'm looking around. So I look around. I get out the car. I get my daughter out the car. My mom gets out the car, and I'm looking at my daughter. As I'm asking if everybody's okay, but we're not really panicking. We're just kind of in a state of shock. Like, what happened? Like, what's going on? Like, how? All right. So we're looking. So I look at my daughter got a few bruises on her elbows and stuff like that. My mom doesn't seem to be anything. It's a fur. You're shedding um, anywhere, and um, I had a few bruises on my elbows and stuff like that. So as we're looking around, now that I walk back towards the car. We was only a few feet away. We walked back towards the car. I looked to see who was driving. The car seat was empty. So while the car was driving, who was behind the wheel? We all didn't notice anything that was, out of the ordinary. We were just jamming and we were just, conversing with each other. You know, I was looking back and then boom. And there's no one in the car seat. 'Cause I was in the passenger seat and it's my car. So that nothing. So I made a voice memo about that my dream on the day it happened or the night it happened, like the day before when I went dashing. All right, Max, can you? And um, so that's pretty much what happened in the dream. So now let's forward from last night. This one's a little bit more extreme. So and I was only about not even a month in of my awakening, or maybe I was a month in my awakening, but not not close to 2 months yet. I'm 2 months now into my awakening, and I have not masturbated. I have not. I haven't smoked. I may have like 1 cup of wine out of like 2, 3 weeks ago. 1 cup of wine, and but other than that, I haven't really done anything, right? Because in order for me to seek wisdom, you have to be sober. So that's what I've been doing. And I quit everything cold turkey. And I haven't gone back since. So going back to my dream last night. So I am in this. Um, I'm supposed to be getting ready to go on a cruise or whatever, right? So in my dream, there's this hair salon, and it's like a hair salon and a dining area. It's like really weird. You know how when dreams kind of sometimes they do really weird things. So it was like a hairdresser, dining, very unsanitary, both to be at the same place, but they were not where it was supposed to be, like hair into the food or whatever. But anyway, it was like a hair salon, but it had like a dining area setting. Okay, Max, and um, how are you comfortable right now? Okay. And whew, so we're in it, and I'm waiting to get my hair done, right? So it's a wait. So I see my friend that I went to school with, which I'm not gonna name her because she's an actual real person. And I call her over. She's like, hey, and I'm like, hey, you know, um, and so I call over. I don't know. I found myself in the street or whatever, but I call over. Then we walk to the hairdresser together, and we sit in like there's like a dining area. So she's sitting across from me, and there's an aisle here, and there's another 2 chairs, a table and a chair, and there's other people sitting beside us. And her chair was towards the door to the entrance of the hair place. Sorry, of the hair place. I'm sorry, I'm bad at explaining things. I'm not a good storyteller. So, but please bear with me. Um, and at the hair place, and she wants to know about awakening. I'm like, oh, let me tell you, because I'm going through the same trial. I'm experiencing it myself. I'm still learning. So we're talking, I'm telling her, what to expect, what not to expect, or whatever. And I get up. My back is towards another chair, and there's like another table behind, like a chair and a table there. And I get up. I turn my back. I get up, and I don't know why I turned around, but I turn my back towards her. My bag is on the table. So the people who are sitting across, not across, but beside us, and another table or chair, kind of like in a dining setting, the person just comes over and reached their hand into my bag and grabbed my wallet. So I turned back around, like, you just took my wallet, right? You just took my wallet. So I go and I'm like, yo, you gotta give back my wallet. My friend is just sitting there. All of a sudden, my friend, I don't know where she at. She just not doing nothing, but I don't expect it's my wallet, right? So I'm like, give my wallet. So I go to the lady because she's like literally like right there. So I go across from her. I start punching her. I'm not a violent person. I don't know why I did that in my dream. I'm not a violent person. Um, but I start punching her in the face, like, give back my wallet. Like, why are you not giving back my wallet? So get this, the owner of the hairdresser dining area, that's what I'm calling it, kicks me out for overreacting because she took my wallet. I got my wallet back, by the way. So me and my friend, we get kicked out. Well, I got kicked out, but she followed me out. She was like, oh, I'm not going to leave you, whatever. So we're back on the street, whatever. Fur. You just, you know how if you have pets, they just shed in the fur, just gets everywhere. So I'm in the street again. So here where it gets bizarre, right? So we're in the street, me and my friend, I'm just talking to her like, I can't believe this. I can't believe the owner, she tried to steal my wallet and I'm the one who gets kicked out, whatever. And the owner is blowing up on me and all this stuff. Like, so me and my friend, we're staying in this alley. Like, it's not kind of dark. It's kind of like midday. Let's just say like between 3 o'clock in the afternoon to kind of something. I'm just throwing it out there. I really don't know what time it was there, but it was like midday or whatever. And the person, so while we're talking, I noticed somebody walking, right? And the only way, the best I can describe it is a warlock. So if you're into video games and you played, not Dynasty Warriors, that, what is the name of the game now? They had the cloak. Like if you played Assassin's Creed and he wears, oh, do you see the fur? Uh, Destiny. That's the game I was looking. The Warlock. Look, they have the hood or whatever. Everything, with the cape, not the cape, but kind of like everything was dark. The face was painted white with black lipstick, and I think they had some piercings, whatever. And they had this long spear, sword like black spear sword, very pointy at the end. And this person just looked very suspicious. I would assume it was a woman because they have the bust going out, kind of bigger than mine. But all right, we're not gonna talk about that part next. All right, I need to stretch out my leg here. And all right, the fur. So they coming towards me. So I notice they're walking and they look very strange, right? So I tell my friend like, listen, we I think we gotta go. And so you know how like if you watch horror movies, which I plan on not watching any more horror movies. Horror movies was my favorite genre, not anymore. Um, it's like Mike Myers chasing you. You know how he walks? He just walks and but appears out of nowhere. Like, how do you walk that fast if you're not running? Right? You know what I mean? So this is what the warlock was doing. That's how I'm describing it as the warlock, right? Just to give you a visual. And so she's coming down with the spear, sword like thing, coming, and I noticed that her eyes are locked on me, locked on me. So I'm like, what's going on here? So next thing we know, we are being chased, but she's not running. She's like walking with speed, but not that much speed, like in the middle, like medium speed walking in the middle of the street. Now the street is clear with cars. There's just no other people. It's just me and my friend, and we're. I'm like, okay, we need to do something. So there's no other buildings around other than the hairdresser slash dining area that's there, right? So I'm like, all right. So we run back in there. So for whatever reason, there was a back door. We went to the back door. So and I noticed and I looked out the window. So we go in there. Where it's like, okay, I think that we're good now. The owner is not happy that we came back in, or not happy with me that we came back in the hairdresser dining area place. Sorry, the fur. Yes, the fur. And next thing I know, like it skips scenes. The warlock is in the store, restaurant, hairdresser place, salon, and we go, we go. So I go. I'm like, I'm going to the front door. So all of a sudden now there's like this bunch of other ones coming after me. So the warlock makes it through the front. I don't know how they got there. I made it out of the front door. My friend disappeared. I don't know where she at. She's no longer in the scene anymore. So I make it out of the front door of the salon or whatever, and I'm on the sidewalk in front of the salon of the two glass doors. They don't automatically open. You have to push them open, but and she takes the spear or whatever and goes like this, right? And then my finger gets slid open, like with it starts to bleed. I'm like, what the? You really trying to? My finger doesn't get. It's just like a cut, right? So all of a sudden, what gets really weird? All of a sudden, someone in a wheelchair comes down. They coming down in a wheelchair like this. They got this big behind axe, right? And they go like this to the warlock, cut him in half. I was like, whoa, where y'all? And then all of a sudden, I see a bunch of other warlocks and a bunch of other people trying to help me defend me. So I'm like, there's a whole type of battle going on in the middle of the street in front of this salon slash dining, whatever you want to call this thing, and so I'm like, what am I going to do? So these other, I don't know what they are, who they are, but they came and saved me. The only thing I got was the cut on my finger. So here it gets really weird, right? So there's another warlock that comes in. They're on top of this car. I don't know where the car came from, but all of a sudden there's a car in the middle of the street. They got this act. They was like, I'm about to take you. So I'm like, and I was like, my power in my hand does not work. I don't know why. It was like, I'm supposed to have like this power, but my power doesn't work in my hand. Where did power come from? I don't know, but it doesn't work. All right. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, it doesn't work against them. The power I have, like the force does not work against them. And they're telling me like there's like 4 or 5 of I guess angels, I guess to say. Yes, I guess. And telling me you have the power of Christ, you know, dwells in you. Use the power. This is your dream. Take over. So next thing I know, I sleep with this book, with this Bible next to me every night. This is the Bible that popped up in my hand. And they told me to use it against them. And I woke up. Cuz the warlock was about to take me out, and they was like, nah. They was like, nah. So I thank God this morning for saving me in my dream, because they say that if things happen in the spiritual world, um, first before they happen in reality of the flesh, in your dreams, you're in the spiritual world. You're having an outer body experience. So once I learned that, it became more mind boggling and mind blowing, because they said that, you know, because I don't really go anywhere other than dashing. I really don't go anywhere. I'm a stay home mom or whatever, and I really don't go anywhere and other than dashing. Um, I plan on going back to work, but it's just I don't go anywhere other than dashing, and I listen to all my, you know, I audio listen to the Bible there, or expiring people that I follow, like Mark the Messenger or Feel Good. You know, they really helped me along the way. And Grace of Purpose, that's another one. She's another YouTuber that I watch. Grace for Purpose, or whatever the um, really good, really good. I listen. Yes, on my car rides on dashing. Um, so ever since then, so I've really been trying to learn. So once you have the eyes of the truth or whatever, your whole thing changed. You're still you, but you change. Like I become more humble and all this stuff. Arguing, it doesn't become a thing. Um, like I don't, I don't really complain too much. I just take things as it is, and then if it don't work out, that means God don't. It's not time yet. It's not, it wasn't meant to be right now. And I learn of have to be patient and to have faith and to really the trust in Him. That's really the build of trust. So when I had this dream, I woke up around like 5 o'clock in the morning. It was like after 5 o'clock in the morning this morning, and okay, I was selling some stuff, so person was in. I'm just having to let them know this. No problem. It's okay. Don't mind me. Like my sewing case. Oh, where's my sewing charm at? It's all way over there. It comes. I have a sewing charm, but it's very bulky and it gets a little loud. No, no, okay. I wasn't. Do you want to play with the string? So, ow! Why did you bite me? I'm about to get your 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 owner in here. Come take you. That was unnecessary. Mm, mm, Okay, I just had to text him. My bad, my bad. I try to make these videos like it's only gonna be like 10 minutes. No, I apologize. No, um, no. So my dream. So when I woke up, I sleep with this. I put my hand on the bed. I'm like, thank you for saving me. But what it is like, I looked at my hand to see if I had any physical damage. Any physical cuts. I'm like, oh my goodness. But when they cut me, it was this finger, right? Slit like this. Blood started pouring out. I flipped my hand over. I noticed when I was washing my hands this morning, doing, whatever morning routine, and I got a little, I felt like there's some pain on top of my nail bed. So my nail bed is split here. I don't know if you guys can see. It's split right here. So I'm like, how did I get that? When did I get that? In my dream? Did I really get injured? And this, it's like when you split your nail bed, like right here, whatever. It's just annoying if you get like alcohol or hand sanitizer and stuff like that. It just becomes annoying, or press on it like that. It just becomes annoying. So what I did was, Max. Okay, all right, all right. Sorry for the cat. Um, listen, I'm not trying to be here all day. You look like you're getting a little bit too little comfortable. All right, so my other hand is not. Oh, my hand is free now. You're purring. I'm trying to do this video. I'm trying. Oh, okay. Hey, yes. You're too comfortable right here. So, um, I'm like, wow. So this morning, I did what I had to do, and I thank God. I thank God for everything, for waking me up, for giving me the eyes, for giving me a voice to be His. I thank Him, and that's one thing. Another thing I'm getting into, like, to let it go. We have to be grateful. We can't. We have to stop complaining what we don't have and be grateful for what we do have, because The things that we want is not may not the things that we need at the moment, which are two different things. And sometimes we get our wants and needs a little mixed up, and that's okay because we are human, and that's how we are designed sometimes. But we have to learn to know the difference, and to really know if we can actually wait on the wants and really focus on the needs, and God will provide. He will. Um, he has, and you gotta just trust in Him and trust His timing. So anyway, I know I'm all over the place, but that's okay. Um, so that Bible right there, I showed you. My hands are occupied, so I can't pick it up and show you. But I already showed you, so you should have some type of visual. That was in my dream. They told me to defend it. This is my dream. So I didn't die in my dream. I was about to be outed, but they didn't out me out. So I'm like, wow. But I woke up with my heart racing, a little sweaty, with sweats and everything. So I'm just like, oh. And so I couldn't go back to sleep after that. So I just got up and started doing what I need to do around like 6 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, and I found that very bizarre. So being the fact that they can't attack me within the flesh, they're gonna come to me in my dream. So that's the whole thing. Um, so they said, but I was God protected me then there too, and He sent His angels or whoever in a wheelchair. He just came and did His thing, and that thing I didn't get the chance to thank Him. So, and I've been sleeping. Last time I've been having trouble sleeping, but now that I do sleep, I'm getting these nightmares, dreams, sweating at night, all this stuff. Like it's crazy. It really is. And I guess it's part of my testimony. I don't know what to make of this video. I'm all over the place. I'm just here to inform everybody of my experience. And then I don't know if you guys can relate or have similar experience. I let me mention that I am no longer depressed. I am genuinely happy, which I thought I would never experience. I thought I would never experience true happiness. Even though I was married and everything, happily married, but I didn't within myself, because I was looking for happiness from everywhere else. And that's not where you need to, because that's where you bring yourself into a deeper hole. Because once you get that rejection of happiness or love from somebody else and it's not coming within, you put yourself into a deeper depression and a deeper hole, thinking that you're not accepted, but you're not really accepting yourself. And you're looking all the wrong places. So everything starts within yourself. And I had to learn that the hard way, the very hard way. Being in darkness is not fun, okay? And I had to let go and sacrifice people who were bringing me down. The vibrations were low, and this is the main reasons why we have to do this, for your mental health, for your sake of yourself. Okay, people choose to, because they invested so much time and energy into it, thinking that they have to stay. No, you don't. Your all investments don't work. Some investments don't work, and it's okay. It's the only thing that we learn from it. We get, maybe when some of us will be scarred from our it, be scarred. Maybe some of us will, or I forgot what I was gonna say, but we just have to learn to move forward and forgive ourselves, and then to forgive others. And then after you do that, you will grow, and then you will feel the spiritual relief off of your shoulders. And then you have to humble yourself. We can't go to church and pray and then talk about the next person. Okay? We can't gossip. God does not like lukewarm people. So, and this is another reason why people ask, you don't go to church? No, I don't go to church. I don't claim that I'm Christian. My main goal is, I made a video on my Instagram about this too, or on Facebook, I forgot where, or on my TikTok somewhere, that I am only building a relationship with God now that He blessed me with the eyes of the truth, and I know how to handle things accordingly, because now I understand that we are battling with the spirits and not of the flesh. doesn't mean that I have to stay and endure your battle. I do not. This is your fight. Leave me out of it. That's pretty much it, because if I'm here and I'm trying to be positive and you can find every solution that I'm trying to give you and complain about it, then there's no way. You, like I said, you can leave a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink it. You can leave a person to the door, but they can only open it. Like, that's cliche, but it's true. Okay, so you got to look within yourself first. Now, if my videos are trigger warning, or if you're like getting aggravated with my videos, then you really got to look within yourself and look in the mirror and point why, because those insecurities, your ego is really telling you why. And it starts with you, not with anybody else. Our ego likes to put the blame on everybody else. Misery loves company, and I wasn't miserable. They were. I was getting back to miserable, and it's funny. I wanted to start this podcast. Everything went wrong. Everything, and I understood why it went wrong, because I was starting the podcast with the wrong people. They wasn't really in it. And they just excuses. Everything went wrong. And I had invested so much into the podcast, but it was just not meant to be. And I'm not mad about it. It was a lesson. And the podcast was going to be probably very negative and trigger warning. So that's probably another why it wasn't meant to be started. But everything went wrong. Everybody ended up getting COVID. I got COVID. This went wrong, or it's just everything went wrong, and I didn't understand why things were going wrong. But I try to keep a positive outlook, and I understand why it was God, like, listen, this isn't for you. This is very negative, and I don't need you to be spreading this around. And then a few weeks later, he wakes me up. And then everything changed. And then I had the few friends that I called best friends, I had to let them go. God told me why. I gave them what I needed to tell them about themselves, like what they need, like positive, and it's up to them now. There's no help. I can't help them. God can help them. They're in God's hand now, and if they want to submit to God, or whatever, but people are oblivious to things of this world, and oblivious what's going on, and holding on to things of this world. So if you don't let go and start forgiving yourself and let go and all this stuff, we're in trying times right now. We need to be more positive about things, because everything what's happening is already prophesied in the Bible. Okay, and it's only going to get worse. I'm not worried about all that other stuff, but I'm just, I don't want to, because you know how social media, when you say certain things. But did you hurt your paw? Okay, sorry, but I know I'm all on the camera. I need a haircut. I'm gonna get one tomorrow. My hair's getting way too long. Like, and I need to re-dye it pink. I keep saying do that, but I have the color, but we're not talking about that. So we really have to look within ourselves. I don't have a circle anymore. I do have some friends, but it's like one of those friends, like, we hit up each other once in a while and be like, but I'm talking about those friends that you feel obligated to contact every single day, even if it's a hi or hello, how you doing, whatever, right? If your guys are gossiping, or one of you go to church but you're talking about the next person when you get out, you got to evaluate yourself and why. And if we can't be lukewarm. So either you're in or you're out. You got to, what are you grateful for? You got to ask yourself, what are you grateful for? What can I give thanks for? Because I start to realize everything that's happened, like when my packages come on time, I thank God. everything, falls into a flow of things, I thank God. You know, when I have a safe drive back and forth, traveling, dropping my daughter off camp and coming back home safely, I thank God. You know what I mean? If when I'm eating food or cooking food, I thank God. We have to just know, what are we grateful for? Hmm. What are we grateful for? So we have to really, really, really look deep in that. Deep, now I can't talk. Deep inside with ourselves and start there. Okay, we gotta stop pointing the finger at everybody else and look in the mirror and point the finger at you, because it starts with you. The truth hurts, and if you're triggered, you got some self-work to do. And isolate. That's what you got to isolate. You got to let go of the people who are negative all the time, because if they're low vibrational, and if they're not going to get better, they're not going to get better. Sometimes you just got to allow them to dig their own hole, and sometimes um, they have to hit rock bottom to really wake up. But if you like being around that, you like being around that. That's you. But I don't have to stress about nobody. That's another thing. I just have to worry about mine. And that is, oh my God, that is a wonderful thing. Okay? And not stressing about, because if we're all on low vibrational people, they love, misery likes company, and Satan likes that. Me, on the other hand, I don't. I never was like the outlashing type when it comes to arguments. I talk how I'm talking to you guys, and a lot of people take that as to a disrespect, that I'm talking down to them, or I'm talking to them like they're stupid. I'm like, what? Because I'm not at your level of screaming. I'm not gonna do that. If I got at your level of screaming, what will you solve? What is gonna get solved? They don't like calmness. A lot of, and I notice low vibrational people don't like calmness. I'm calm, and you're not gonna let me get out of character. So I had to minus myself out of those situations. You really have to look within your circle too. Okay. um yeah, if your peace is everything, if you don't like drama, and you don't like confrontation, you really got to look within yourself. That could be going with friends, co-workers, um, relationships. Red flags are there for a reason, and if you choose to ignore them, that's on you. How many times you're going to be the fool? Okay, these lessons are, I don't regret anything. That's another thing. We take them as a lesson, and then you be able to tell a greater story behind it, right? That's the whole thing. And so to inspire other people who don't feel so alone, or may experience similar things. And I thought I will never get better, to be honest, and I did. I'm depressed free. Thank God. Thank God. Thank you for saving me. I thank him every day. And yeah, like, we really gotta do it. But now that I'm on this path, the devil is really trying to take me out, even on my dreams. So I really gotta be on my ten toes down, like deep. And I used to say, well, if it helps, if you are a believer, because this is the time, we're in trying times. This is the time to we really need to get right, and it doesn't hurt. Nobody has to know. Okay, the Bible says, pray in private, build that relationship in private. Okay, if you tell people that you became a believer, and if they choose to respect you or not, then God will allow, will I ask God, whoever doesn't see belong in my life, take them out as you see fit. That I tell him that all the time. Like, I'm ready. I may cry, maybe I'll get hurt, but I get over. I got you. And now he became my friend. I come to him for everything. And then when the time comes, patience is a virtue. He will come through, and he has. So you have to really believe in faith. We can't pray and not really have the faith behind it. Okay, we can't pray and be lukewarm and start gossiping or start doing adultery or start, being sneaky or start being, two wrongs don't make a right. We have to learn to be the bigger person. We have to learn to forgive and forget. Okay, and we have to learn to walk away because, um, and sometimes walking away is the hardest part to do for a lot of people. It was for me. Well, I didn't realize, and a lot of us are oblivious to what's going on. So spiritual warfare out there, truly, they trying to take me out in my dreams, but God wouldn't allow it. That guy in the wheelchair, gets me. He just came down, rolling down on the sidewalk, like just came, just sliced it up. I'm like, wow, man, like how'd you came out of nowhere? But I'm gonna end it here. Um, I catch you guys in the next one. I know it's long. It's another long video. I don't know. I'm all over the place. But I'm just gonna say, just to let it go. We have to learn to let it go. We gotta forgive. And to let it go, we gotta start with ourselves. We gotta love ourselves first. Love doesn't come from anybody else but yourself first. And a lot of us look for it in the wrong places. I did. I truly did, and it didn't make things better. It actually made me feel worse about myself because of rejection. I don't care about rejection. I don't care what anyone says now, um, because there's only one person can judge me, is the Almighty Himself. Okay, and that's the attitude you gotta have. We gotta. I used to care, and I used to be self-conscious of my learning disability and stuff like that, and to read and all this. I don't care now. It's not about my learning. It's about getting this message out. It's about because it's getting serious out there, and we need to get right. We need to find our faith. And if He feels though that you are ready, He will reveal to you the truth. He will give you the eyes of the truth. He will give you the eyes of the truth. And I have been noticing a lot on my TikTok. A lot more people are starting to be woken up and not understanding what's going on. So for me to have the experience, I let them know like what's going on, like what's happening to them. But again, He still gives you free will, the red or the blue pill. The red pill meaning that you chose the truth, the righteous path, the right path, the light path, or the blue pill, meaning that you are still so attached to things of this world, right? And you still want to live in this matrix and this world, what we call life, and you like to live in the lie. Now, that being said, okay, we if that's fine, just know that the blue pill is not the I don't want to say, I don't really want to tell anyone what they need to do because it's free will. You do what you want. But the God of this world, Satan, he wants you to take the blue pill. He wants you to be lean towards the blue because he wants to win, but he ain't gonna win. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. He think he winning. And more people are waking up. And a lot of them are choosing to red pill. And some of them may convert back because it gets this journey. I'm not saying it's all peace and flowers. No, it gets challenging. It will you will question your faith. You will question a lot of things, but that's the devil trying to deceive you. So you have to fight through that too. There's a lot of deception going on out there. So this whole thing is a deception. So I'm gonna go. I love you guys. I always come with love. I love everybody. Okay, I love everybody. I just love. You just gotta learn to love and just learn to love. Be humble. Live without judgment. Live without judging others. If you can give lend a hand, lend a hand. Doesn't have to be financially. It could be with anything. Okay, just help and mean it. Okay, we have to mean it. And be careful what you spread on social media too. I learned that the hard way. So I'm only 2 months, 2 months and 3 days in. So um, yeah, yeah. This is my journey so far, but we gotta let it go. Let it go. Let it go. How did it go? Elsa. Oh, she ain't here. Um, love you guys. I see. Check out my drip. I love Sailor Moon. I love Sailor Moon. I catch you guys in the next one. Okay. Happy Sunday.